Hey y'all. Okay, so I don't usually do two videos in one day, and I know it can be a lot to digest, but I needed to hop on here. And the reason why I'm hopping on here is because I drummed up a lot of energy with that Grand Rising challenge. I drummed up a lot of energy, and what happens when you do that? If you stay there too long, you'll get sick. You'll get really sick. Like, if you get too, well, me, I can't speak for y'all, but if I get too upset, my energy, it can't take it. And it will make me sick. If I get too excited, I'm talking about like my energy gets like a lot, I'll get sick. So I've learned that when I start feeling like that, when I start getting like a lot of energy going on, I have to throw myself a distraction. And that's what this video is. First things first, anybody that watched the last video, the outcome that happened with my mom's eye, she came back to the car and she said, "Oh, the doctor said it really wasn't that bad, that, it was just, like it's not a big deal, and I can just come back to my regular appointment next month, and if anything goes wrong." So, we just had to get in there and get with that energy a little bit more, and I can't be talking it up. So we're just going to move from that topic right now. So the distraction that I'm going to talk about right now with you guys is I don't know, I was just sitting here and it hit me. We are always talking about we are indigenous to the planet. We're indigenous to the planet. We're indigenous to the planet. We say that all the time. All this stuff is ours. What does that really mean? That's what I'm going to talk about right now. This is the distraction I'm going to throw myself right now. What does that mean? We are indigenous. For those of us that don't know, the word indigenous means first. It means that we were here first. There was nobody else here before us. We were here first. And the word aboriginal also means we're original, like first. Right. So when we say that, what we mean is that all melanated people are indigenous to this planet. And every corner of this entire earth, there were melanated people there first. And I wanted to show you some examples. Now, I do a lot of research, y'all. I study under a lot of teachers, and I do a lot of research. I always verify my research with, as best as I can, with real people in real life events. So you're going to hear me talking about, and I'm very mischievous too. So when I find something out, I can't wait to go ask them about it. I cannot wait. So the first thing I wanted to talk to y'all about, I'm going to start with this meme that I put on my Instagram. Let me see if I can find it, because I pulled up a bunch of stuff here for y'all. Here we go. Okay. Let me see if I can turn this thing around so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Y'all see this? I put this meme on my Instagram, right? Why are slanted eyes only associated with Asian people? And then we have a girl from a Dinka tribe. You see her eyes? And then we have the girl from a Xhosa girl. Right. And it says there, Africa is the greatest ghostwriter of all time, which I love that. There's another one I want to show you as well. Let me see if I can push this thing up. This is another one. Okay, check this one out. This one says Africans don't have slanted eyes like Asians. Asians have slanted eyes like Africans because they are descendants of African people. Right, and you see that? You can look at, if you look into their faces, you can totally see what they're talking about, right? So I put these things on my Instagram. And I've already told y'all in my previous videos, I'm very multicultural for a reason, because we need to get our stuff back. So, let me turn the camera back around. I put this on my Instagram, and one of my friends, she used to be my roommate in college, very, very sweet girl. She's not one of those that, tries to be racist or anything like that. She's a very sweet girl. She just doesn't know, right? So I put this on my page, and she laughed. And she's like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean? What are you talking about?" And I told her, because I mean, really, I don't have time to explain this to all these people. Now, us is different. We're exchanging information and we're talking, but I don't have time to be walking around here. I am not the cultural arts center. So what I told her is, go ask your parents. Go ask your parents. Go ask your grandparents. Right. And she did. And she came back and she was like, wow, oh my God, I didn't know. And I thought that was very interesting. So what the underlying thing that I want to talk to y'all about is how these cultures keep secrets. Right. How these cultures keep secrets. Now, she didn't even know. Her parents knew. Her grandparents knew where they originated from, who they really be. She had no idea. They didn't even share that with her. That's how secretive they are about their blackness, the blackness that are in their cultures. Let me show y'all a few more. Indigenous to the planet. Watch this. Let's see where we're going to go next. There's so many of them. There's so many of them. There's so many examples. Let's see here. Let's go visit one of my favorite peoples. This is when I first started studying this stuff. This is the first group that I was like, what? Let's talk about these people right here. Y'all see these people? Don't they look like some people in your family? You see them? Look. Check these people out. Look. You see these folks? Y'all not going to believe it. You know who these people are? These are called the Ayata people. Look at that. Ayata people of Luzon, Philippines. These are the original people of the Philippines. And they're just one tribe. There's another one. These are the original people. They won't tell you about it, though. They'll act like they don't know nothing about it. Filipinos. You see that? I was floored when I found this stuff out. So when we say we're indigenous to the planet, like we really do mean that. Now, the Filipinos that are walking around here that could look at them and identify them as Filipino, they'll never tell you anything about their black cousins, brothers, uncles, aunts, their black family. They're not gonna act like they don't know nothing about it. Secrets they keep. Watch this. Here go another one right here. Ooh, this is one of my favorites. Now, I'm from a lot of places, y'all. In these videos, you will learn. You're going to hear me talking about it. I'm from New York. I'm from North Carolina. I'm also from California. I grew up in California. If somebody asks me where I'm from, I'll probably say California because that's where I feel most comfortable. That's where I did, my growing, my college, my high school, the whole nine. So with that being said, Los Angeles, California is full of Mexicans. I lived there for over 20 years. I didn't move. I came there when I was 14. I didn't move until I was about to have my son when I was about 32. Mexicans everywhere. You think that not even one of them told me about this? Not even one. I had to find this out years into my living experience there. You see all these people? These are Mexicans. You see that? Costa Chica tribe out of Mexico. You see? Look at there. Mexicans. Now, if you go to Mexico, I did a lot of partying. I'm not going to lie. I did a lot of partying in Mexico growing up. College, Tijuana, you go down Revolution Street, there is a huge Olmec head. And do we know who the Olmecs are? I meant to pull up that for y'all as well. Let me see if I can find a picture of the Olmec. See, look, there it is. It popped up by itself. They know what it is. Olmec head. It popped up by itself. Watch this here. Now, if y'all don't believe me, take yourself to Mexico and you will see. They're all over there. There's a huge one right in the middle of the street. Don't it look like your granddaddy or somebody? But I'm going to tell you, in California, there's a lot of issues between the Mexicans and the blacks. A lot of issues. And the black people don't know that all these folks got black people in their family. And they know it. They know what it is. They try to act like they don't know. They try to act like they better than you. They'll even try to call you boy or something like that. They know what it is. They know who their indigenous people are. And they give them a hard time. These people, I think they only just gained the right to vote or the right to do something just recently, like 2 or 3 years ago. They give them a very hard time. Of course, anywhere on the planet, we're going to have the hardest time. That's just how it is. So those are just a few examples that I wanted to show y'all. Now, what I want to tell you is that this is a very interesting topic for me. I love this stuff. I love studying this stuff. It's harder to find the evidence of the Japanese and the Chinese and the Korean, but I can guarantee you that anywhere you go on this planet, the black people are original. And I know we're not supposed to call ourselves black, the dark-skinned people, the melanated people, the nappy-headed people. I don't know what you want to call us. We're the original people everywhere. Now, there is a teacher that I study under. I've been studying under this teacher for a very long time. His name is Dr. Runoko Rashidi. I don't know if any of y'all have heard of him. If you haven't, he's a heavy hitter. You need to get into this guy. This is the one that got, and I've seen him speak in person on more than one occasion. Very, very powerful teacher. I would love to do this. This would be my dream job, y'all. What he does, and I don't know how he has the means to do it, but he does. He travels around the whole entire world, the whole entire planet, and gets with the dark-skinned people everywhere. Everywhere he goes. And he will tell you, every single corner of this planet, they were melanated first. And he goes there, and he's famous. He's a world-renowned doctor. He's famous in this field. And they know who he is, and he's, just take me to the dark people. Just take me to the dark-skinned people. And they love to see him come in. They love to see Dr. Rashidi come in because they feel like they've been forgotten. They don't know. They feel like nobody even knows they exist. And he says that when he went to Turkey and he found the melanated people there was an older woman that just wept in his arms. She said, "I'm so glad you're here to tell our story. We thought that we were forgotten. We thought that nobody would ever know that, we were here, that we exist, because, they want to make sure that you don't know that type of stuff." Now, so I'm going to tell y'all a really quick story before I'm going to get off of this video. This is a distraction I'm throwing for myself. And, just, something to mix it up, because we talk about energy and we talk about healing and we talk about a lot of spiritual things, but it's all connected. And this stuff is very important. It is very important for us to know how they've been lying to us and who we really be. So when you see this stuff, it starts the process of unlocking and shifting your mind from the way that they taught us that we are. Right. The way that we taught us. We are not. I hope that I can make this point so that we can all understand. We Black Americans, African Americans, melanated, you know who I'm talking about, the Negroes of America. You know what I'm talking about. We're not the same people. I don't know if you had the chance to read the Grand Rising Challenge, but I wrote about it in there. We're not the same people. And until we can understand that, we are not going to be able to come together as one. We're not going to be able to do that. And this is what I mean, y'all. I'm going to try to make it as very simple as possible. Like I told y'all, I'm from many different places on the planet. I've been to many, in the country. Say I'm American, or I'm from North America, but I'm from many different places here. So my family in New York, they totally different than my family in North Carolina. They're totally different than my people in California. And I'm in Florida now. Totally different people. Right. We're not the same. We dress different. We eat different food. We talk different. Right. We're from different tribes. But now we also have to have the understanding through all this stuff that done happened to us, that done twisted and turned and lied and turned everything upside down. We're all of it now. We're all of it now. So I study under all of them too. I'll study under the Moors. I'll study under the Israelites. I'll study under the Kemets. They all have very important information. Right. The thing is that We get in there and we resonate with them because it is us. It is us. But that's not the only part. There's many different parts. And when we get in there and we get stuck, we're really limiting ourselves to the rest of the information. Right. So I'm just a researcher, that love my people. So, I'll get down with the Moors. I'll get down with all of them, and eventually, they think I'm kind of strange because I'm not trying to sign up. I'm of the understanding that we are so much more than anything we can even call ourselves here. Just the words that are coming out of our mouth, we have fallen. This is not how we're supposed to be communicating. We are telepathic beings. And you know that. Think about that. You know that about black folks, about dark folks. You know that. You can be with your friend in the mall and see something crazy or see something strange and look at them and y'all know exactly what it is. You can't do that with everybody. We are telepathic, but we haven't used that in so long. It's just, we don't remember it. We don't remember nothing. Now, the last thing that I want to tell y'all about, this is something that just happened recently, like a week or two ago. Me and my man were watching a movie. Okay, now watch this here. I'm going to show y'all this. This blew my mind. Okay, but this is what of a researcher I am. This is how I do. Now hold on a second. I'm going to show y'all this. Let me see if I can get this up. No, that's not what I want. Here we go. Okay, wait 1 second. You as well, Queen. Let me see here. All right, so I'm going to show y'all this man. Y'all have seen this man before. Y'all have seen him before. He's an actor. And he has been in a lot of movies. Now, this guy right here, when I see him, he usually plays a Spanish guy or a black guy, right? So, me and my man were arguing. Well, we weren't arguing. We didn't argue about no stupid stuff like this. But we were having a kind of like a conversation and a debate. This man right here. Is he black or is he Spanish? Right. So I looked it up. Y'all, my mouth almost hit the floor. This man is not black. So, but you know what I'm trying. Dark skin, melanated. I'm still working with myself on the language. Right. He's not. He's not Spanish either. You know what this man is? This man is a full-blooded Italian. Do you see that? Do you see this black man right here? He is a full-blooded Italian. Right. I could not believe that. I was like, no way. No way. I looked it up. I looked into it. Now watch how they do, y'all. Watch how they'll change the rules on you at any time. See, the thing is, and I'm sure most of us in here know that, is that black and white are not racist. We do know that. White was a status that we had when they got here. And, when they stole our legacy and gave us amnesia and all the stuff that they did to us, they stole our status. And they kind of did what they wanted to do. They constructed all these lies around this stuff. They did what they wanted to do. And they, in the beginning, they were very minimal. The white people, they were a very small group. Okay? And when they looked around and they were like, oh no, this is not good. Because there's way more of them than there is of us. Now why? Watch this. Y'all not gonna believe this. Watch. I looked it up because I was like, hold on, babe. Put this movie on pause. I got to do some research here. Because there is no way that this black man right here is an Italian. I've seen dark Italians, but this man is black. Come on now. Watch. Watch this. Hold on. Let me show y'all how they do. You see this right here? When Italians were blacks. What? The dark-skinned Sicilians. Watch this. Watch what they say here. I'm going to read this to y'all. We're going to read it together. It says, here are some interesting things. Southern Italians were considered black in the South and were subjected to the Jim Crow laws of segregation. They weren't allowed to marry whites. It was difficult, damn near impossible. They were designated as black on census forms if they lived in the South, and that is because the majority of them were dark-skinned Sicilians. Mass lynchings happened to them often. One of the biggest mass lynchings happened to the Italians in New Orleans when they thought that an Italian immigrant had killed a white police officer. Do y'all see this? That's crazy, right? So I'm like, what in the what? What? What they did was, when they realized how small their numbers were and how everybody that they were considering black made us a lot of bigger group than they were, they sat down and they decided who they were going to include into the fold. Who they were going to include into the white fold. And then they invented the racism. Not that, they liked us before, but then they started that racism pit us against each other program. Now, this is key. This is very important. How about y'all? Now, you ain't never heard this before, right? I have never heard no mess like this before. How about, and y'all know, I'm mischievous. If you don't know yet, I'm very mischievous. Oh, I almost broke my neck. I couldn't wait to get to some Italian people. And I know some Italian people. I know some people from everywhere. I couldn't wait to get to them. And I told them what I found out. And when I do tests like this, I'll do it on more than one person. Because I want to know. Like, come on now. Do y'all know they know? Oh, they know. They know it. They don't know each other. These people that I did this test on, they both got very quiet when I brought up this information and changed the subject. You know what that means? They know it. They know that their ancestors were black when they got here. I told you, it happens every time. They love to ring when we're in session. But yeah, they know this. Right. You'll be, I'm telling you, girl, go look it up in there. Go look it up in Google, baby. It's right there. I did not make it up. I did not put it on there. I promise you. It is right there. I got this one off of Rasta Library. And it's not the only story. This is the article that was the easiest to break down. And it was presented in 2013. And that's a long time ago. But, this history doesn't change. This is not something that has to be put out yesterday in order for it to make sense. And I'm telling you, when I verified it, try it yourself. You go to an Italian person and ask them, hey, have you ever heard that when Italians first got here, they were considered black like me? Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard about the mass lynchings that happened to Italians because they were considered black? You watch their face. You can tell a lot by people's reactions. Right. You can tell a lot by their reactions. Their reactions, will tell you everything before the words that come out of their mouth will say anything. I'm very good at that. I'm very good at knowing if the truth don't match what's coming out your mouth. They get very quiet. But it's just amazing to me. Like, oh my God, these people do exactly what they want to do. They change the race to suit them. They'll do anything. They'll change the rules. They got all kinds of stuff going on out here. And another thing I want to tell y'all, the Italians weren't the only ones. How about that? They were not the only ones. The Irish, there was a bunch of white groups that came over here that they did not consider white when they got here. They were black, like us. And a lot of these older Italians, a lot of these older ones, they'll tell you. If you get a really good one, they'll tell you, oh yeah, my grandfather, he was considered black. Yeah, or my grandfather's brother couldn't marry the woman that he wanted to because he was considered black. Oh, yes. They done changed a whole group of people's race in here. And more than one. More than one. So, back to the original point, y'all. I don't want to tarry too long because now I'm raising up my energy again. I don't know if this was a good distraction, but at least it's shifted. It shifted the energy. But, yeah, y'all, we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff they be doing out here. They be doing some stuff. So, peace and love, everybody. Thank you for joining me. And Cheryl, thank you so much for interacting with me. I'll see y'all next time. Peace and love.